Countries like China and India are making huge investments in trying to understand how to address the needs of the workforce that they have and the needs of countries around them to be able to meet the demands for manufacturing, for IT, and for software development. The Chinese government had put together a plan to be able to go out and develop the workforce in 20 strategic cities around the country where they would like to compete with India and train 100,000 people in every one of these 20 cities over the next 10 years every year. The Indian government has recognized that within the next 10 to 15 years, 50 to 60% of the population will be under the age of 25. If they don't have a job for these individuals, they're going to have a lot of social problems to deal with. And so what they've created is a workforce development program where they have earmarked considerable amounts of money to be able to train the workforce and provide them with jobs when they become of age. The government of Panama is trying to understand how to bring industry from around the world to Panama as a hub for technology. They understand that these companies require workforce that can do what they need them to do in the country instead of importing people from other countries to Panama. That understanding requires them to develop not just the workforce and the education to support it, but think about a long-term progression of how continuously they could bring in these companies and help them maintain the base of operations in Panama. The government of Brazil needs to deploy telemedicine to support 11 million people in areas that are unserviceable by local hospitals in the big cities. The only way to do this is to use technology and reach these populations. These technologies have to be created, they have to be deployed, they have to be used and maintained. They have to have people educated in building and maintaining these systems, but also in thinking about how to create these innovative technologies so that they can reach these audiences and provide blood samples back to the home facility in Sao Paulo or whatever city they have. The government of Colombia is looking into how do you create workforce development in a massive scale through organizations owned by the government that train millions of people around the country, ongoing every year, from anything from hospitality and hotel management, baking and cooking, to software development and robotics. They understand that putting the resources now is going to allow them as a country to move away from industries of papaya, guava, pineapple and bananas and coffee to high-tech robotics, engineering, software development, which could draw people from around the region to come and ask for services from Colombia.